An officer under my command put his knee on the back of a woman's neck, pinning it to the pavement. The woman could not breathe. I gave multiple orders to stop, and the officer ignored every one of them. I fought the officer. Without intervention, serious bodily injury and/or death would have occurred. The incident was almost exact in nature to the murder of George Floyd, except he died and she lived. A Hamilton Township police commander in charge of the entire township conducted an investigation. The commander told me I should not have intervened. The commander told me my actions sent a mixed message as to whether I support the Blue Code. The supervisor of internal affairs agreed with the commander. Bless you. You're welcome. I'll just repeat that sentence. The supervisor of internal affairs agreed with the commander. I should not have intervened. Body-worn audio and audio video from the police vehicle's onboard recording devices were destroyed. Civilian witnesses were not encouraged to provide statements, only police officers. After an almost 5-month investigation, a record of sustained discipline was placed in my file. They said supervisors should allow officers to use knee-to-neck pins and cut off blood flow. I've attempted for 8 years to clear my name, and for 8 years I've been shunned and disregarded. False accusations were placed in my file, and as a result, I cannot work in law enforcement. I still think it's wrong to use your knee to pin a citizen's neck, or any human, or animal, for that matter. Murder is wrong. Punishing me was wrong. And taking away my children's health insurance was wrong. Anyone who supports this, at least in my opinion, is also wrong. Please, right this wrong. Thank you.
Trust me, I swear on God's Bible, he is the nicest, most mannerly, and respectful person in our neighborhood. And really, I really pray that you do the right thing for this family. He's a hard-working man, and he'll do anything for our neighborhood. I mean, that's the kind of neighborhood we live in, and we're very blessed to have him.
I will put his resume up against anybody on this board, anybody in this room, anybody in this township. This is not an irrational person. I just don't understand what's going on. If we support the police like people say we do, here's an officer supporting. Thank you.
If there's anyone that I can possibly rely, trust, care for, is James. I am not here because he asked me. I'm not here because any of his family members has asked me. I came here voluntarily because I will support him. Sincere, honest, kind.
The state has regulations to produce officers like this, to keep lawsuits down, to keep unnecessary deaths from happening. But he was punished. And he has to come here week after week, month after month, letter here and there, to get what's obvious.
He did exactly what they wanted these people to do for George Floyd, and he's getting reprimanded and loses his job for doing what these 3 people are going to go to jail for not doing? That makes no sense.
If you would, please close your eyes, bow your heads, and imagine standing in an emergency room parking lot while a police officer is using his knee to pin a woman's neck to the ground. Now imagine that woman is your grandmother, your mother, your wife, your sister, your daughter, or your niece. You hear her scream, and you see her face as it is scraped across the pavement. You see and hear the officer supervisor shout, "She can't breathe, she can't breathe." You see the supervisor get down on the pavement and push and hit the officer's leg. You see the supervisor yell, "Get off of her. She can't breathe. She can't breathe." You hear the officer tell his supervisor, "I got this." And you see 3 officers doing nothing to intervene. The supervisor grabs the officer and fights for your grandmother, your mother, your wife, or your sister's life. Should the supervisor receive praise, a word of thanks, maybe even a life-saving award? In Hamilton Township, Mercer County, New Jersey, the supervisor was me, and I was recommended for termination.
Based upon the law, what are you going to do to make wrong right? That's my question, and that's all I have to say for right now.